going to talk about the ring shout. Do you know what the ring shout is?
Do you know what the ring shout is?
You know what the ring shout is.
I know what the ring shout is. I know what the ring shout is.
We're talking about Nat Turner movies.
We're talking about Nat Turner. We're talking about slavery. We're talking about our history, our ancestry, and how we prayed.
Yes.
And the ring shout is one of many forms of how we got together, our ancestors got together to worship. So,
do we call it worship back then?
I don't know that we call it worship. I don't know that they called it worship.
Our ancestors.
Right, but we call that worship.
We call it worship now.
Right, because we don't have the word that they use, but they got together to work and to sing and to dance, and all of that, the singing, the dancing, the connecting with themselves spiritually,
yes.
All of that is we can surmise it as worship, for lack of a better word for now.
It's part of our African indigenous science.
Absolutely.
It was part of our sciences. We don't see it. Everything is separated now, but back then it was part of this whole holistic science.
Yes.
Our music was connected to everything.
Even down to drumming. There are people that can translate drums. Like when there was the slave revolt in Stonewall, South Carolina, they took the drums away because that's how the other slaves at the other plantations knew what was going to happen, because they could hear the drums and they could interpret the drums, so they took them. Did not stop us, because then we learned to do handball. We made rhythms with our bodies. We made rhythms with all kinds of things, because we didn't stop being rhythmic people. We're polyrhythmic, we're syncopated, we're just bad.
And then we talked about, we understand now that the ring shout was part of what propelled Nat Turner to go forward in his rebellion. And that's a disconnect for us now, because then that means in our churches, if we had that type of music, that there would be a different response.
Could be, it could be. I certainly would like to see all of us just take a deep handful of our history and turn it around and get it up under our fingers. So
all in the fingernail.
Just all in, you know what I mean? So that we would just really, really know thyself. And even back, let's go back further. Let's go back to Kemet.
Well, you're talking about move the European model?
I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about let's just go back to Kemet.
Yes, let's go back to Kemet.
Because it's not about any model now. It's about us having the information by any means necessary.
I agree.
So let's go back there. Let's look at how the pyramids were built, how they were moved, how they were designed, how they were devised, and why they were devised. What kind of prayer went into that? Everything that we did as a people, we're a prayerful, spiritual, purposeful people. Everything, again, back to the order, everything is connected to something. Everything has a specific meaning, a specific time, a specific date. All those sciences that we created are for a reason. So we have biology, trigonometry, astrology, numerology. All of those ologies are connected to the universe. So let us explore all of that. Let us explore the different aspects of song and music and dance. Different tones of instruments vibrate to certain things, to certain people, different colors. All those things are vibratory and sciences that belong to the universe. So again, weaving ourselves into that carpet so that we're in I have a friend that says we're in the divine or the universal flow.
Yes.
We will work with that. But our singing, our dancing, our music, our art is what has saved us from Kemet, Ethiopia, Africa, the South, Caribbean, to here right now. It's the through line of music that makes us feel good. And we've taken from the drumming, from all of that, now we've landed into gospel and R&B and jazz and blues, and we are excelling in it. And we're doing well. Know your business. Know your history. In order for you to make history, you got to know something. Know the path that was before you. I'm sorry, know the path that turn around and look back. As the Sankofa prophet. Do as the Sankofa bird. Look back so you can go forward. Look at whose shoulders you're standing on. Somebody did this before. Look at your jazz musician, study Thelonious Monk. Choreographer, study Asada Tafura. Study.
Do your homework.
Study Ella Fitzgerald. Study Mabel Robinson. Study great artists. Study great painters. Study great writers. Study them. Just study. You have to know. You have to know. You can't get by nowadays with being a novice. We can't get by. You must have information. It has to be solid. It has to be credible, and you need to be able to have a solid, confident conversation about what you know. Because people are going to ask you. They're going to challenge you on your artistry and your history. And more people in the world know about our history than we do. I learned that from traveling abroad. So when children in other countries come up and ask me about many things, and when I come home and I ask kids here, they don't know. So that was one of the reasons why I was committed to teaching our children. That was one of the reasons why I was committed to working everywhere.
Are you making a video?
Yes.
Yes. You're interrupting us, though.
Oh, I'm very sorry.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. We should keep that in. Did I do that? I might have to do that.
Now I have 3 people trolling.
Do your homework. Do your study.
Do your homework. And don't let people interrupt you.
Oh,
We gotta go.
that's true.
Don't let people interrupt you.
That's true. Good point. Thanks, Obediah, man. Powerful, powerful. This is an artist that's been creating this world. For a long
Obediah
time.
Wright, director, choreographer,
Yes.
master teacher, friend here, brother. All right.
Peace.
Peace.